Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we're going to recreate gumball machines based on the painting Three Machines by Wayne Thiebaud. Wayne Thiebaud was an American artist who is famous for his Disney collaboration as well as for his pop art. No pun intended. So let's get ready to pop some bubbles and make some bubblegum machines. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the print that I have right here from this book. And this is an example of some of Wayne Thiebaud's work. So here's how we're going to recreate our very own bubblegum machine. There's lots of different ways you can do this. First thing I'm going to do is I found a large circle. This is a lid. You could have a paper plate, or you could simply just create your very own circle shape and draw it yourself. So I'm just going to trace around my circle. So I have a nice big glass jar where my bubble gum is going to end up. Next, I'm going to create the base to my work simply by adding a line, another line, and connect it at the bottom. Now we're going to add some details, including that little area where the gumball comes out and where you put your money in. So I'm going to make an oval shape right here at the bottom for where the gumballs will come out. And I'm going to just make a rectangle right here where you would put your money and your coins in. Sometimes it has like an upside down little letter smile right here. So that's what we can use to create our money slots. All right, you might also want to add a little lever for twisting or turning. So you can simply do that with a small circle, triangle up, there we go. And that's the little turn key. So now we're going to talk about the different ways that you can add gumballs. Now, of course, if you have crayons and paper, you are all set. You simply can take different colors and draw and color your gumballs. Now remember, we want to fill this up with as many different gumballs as we can. So drawing and coloring is one option for your project. You can also draw and paint your bubble gum. So if I draw a black circle around the edge, it will help to keep the paint from spilling out over onto other areas of my work. And then you simply choose some colors and paint your circles in. So if you have paint and you want to choose to do that, that would be great also. Still yet another way to create your gumballs is to use some scrap paper. So I have some scraps here from some other projects that we've worked on. And one of the things you can do is using scissors, you can cut your circles out. So I'm actually going to take this whole stack, hold them all together, and cut around like this. So now I have many different gumballs I can add to my work, just like this. So that's yet the third way you can create gumballs. Now, we're also going to color in your base of your machine. Notice Wayne Thiebaud used blue in here. We saw the other example where he used a red, which is a classic color for your base to your gumball machine. It's really up to you. So you choose, pick a crayon, pick markers, pick whatever you're going to use to color in your base. It's best if it's all one color, especially since you're going to have so many colorful gumballs in the top of your machine. Once you have your base finished, you can choose to leave these, or you can add some gray, or if you have a silver crayon, that will give the illusion of some metal on your machine. You can even add some shading in here. Maybe a little base on the bottom. Now what we're going to do is add the shadow that Wayne Thiebaud is so famous for. He often uses a blue shadow, and there's some blue in here. And that way it's kind of a more of a happy or outdoor springtime kind of feel to his work. And so I'm just going to create on the side, starting right about the middle of my base. And I'm just going to come around like this and connect to my bottom of my base of the gumball machine. And then you can simply color it in and smudge the sides a little bit if you want to create that shadow-like effect. I'm also going to give it the shadow, kind of a little bit of leg here around the sides of my base. I'm also going to use yellow to shade around, or so that it adds some brightness to my gumball machine, the glass portion. So I'm going to add some yellow all the way around here, and it's kind of the highlight on this. So I'm going to add some yellow on this side as well, maybe a little bit in here to carry that color through. Looking good. So now it's up to you on how you will decide to finish in creating your gumballs. Maybe you'll use markers, maybe you'll use paint, maybe you will use paper. It's really up to you. All of the ways that we talked about make a great gumball machine. Use as many colors as you can possibly fit in your bubblegum machine. When you're finished, it could look something like this. So I hope you enjoyed learning about Wayne Thiebaud and creating your very own bubblegum machine.